after being 7 years in politics, I was elected as the president of the party.
It is funny how strong the image of this digital Estonia is, or the digital country that we have. Due to the social media, we all are personal brands as well. We build them either consciously or unconsciously, how we appear, how other people see us, and it is important.
Hi everyone, today I'm honored to be with Madam Kaja Kallas from Estonia. She's the president of the Reforms Party of Estonia, which is more pro-technology, more pro-globalization, I guess. And you didn't start this party, did you?
No, my father started this party.
Oh,
yes.
It's a family thing.
Yeah, well, it sort of worked out that way. I was attorney at law. I was a partner in the biggest law firm, and I said I will never go into politics.
Never say never.
But never say never, and I guess the genes are calling anyhow. So after working 14 years as an attorney at law, I went to politics.
Why?
So. Well, because there were so many issues that I saw that where I could actually, make a difference. When you are a lawyer, you help somebody, but the rules are made by somebody else. So I was constantly criticizing the rules, how they could be better, and so they approached me saying that, and that was not my father. My father actually said that no. But from the party that come to politics because we need people like you, and so I went. And after being 7 years in politics, I was elected as the president of the party.
Was he the prime minister before?
He was, yes, in 2002 to 2004. Yeah.
How was it to be a daughter of the prime minister?
Well. No difference really. I mean, it's a small country, so everybody knows everybody. Everybody is related to somebody famous, so actually no big difference there.
So what I understand is because we come from a country 220 million people, it's impossible to meet the governors or the authoritative people, and normal people don't want to even get to that level. They don't want to climb up the stairs of changing anything because they have never met a person who is in power, so they don't feel good enough to get there. So in your country, it was very interesting. When I came first time, I just met the mayor, had lunch with him. I was like, really? Is that easy? So it's very beautiful and it's a very lovely place. I would recommend everyone to definitely at least go once to Estonia and have some mushroom soup.
Yeah.
Why did he start the party? What did he want you to reform?
It's a liberal party, so he actually had all the ideas regarding the economy, how we boost, how we make how we make it better for the entrepreneurs. So first it was called the Entrepreneurs Party.
Thank you.
So the ideas were all about how to liberalize, how to privatize, how to do all these things, and then it was much smaller party. So now we are the biggest party, and of course we have moved more to the middle maybe to address all the people, but we are still liberal, so we are still for the rule of law, we are still for the future looking ideas. So we are more tech savvy maybe than the other parties, and we are constantly trying to make our country bigger to punch above our weight, because it's only 1.3 million people, so it's a small country and we have to find our competitive advantages.
So people who are not liberal and they're not open to new ideas, they say change is the only constant in the world. What do you think? What's your message to them? Because they're everywhere, not just in your country. They're everywhere, and they're scared basically from being open. What's your message to them, and how can they open themselves even more?
The fear very often comes from the unknown. So people are afraid of something that they don't know. So if you and fear is too strong emotion to say that just don't be afraid. But if you look inside their fears, how can we overcome these fears? I think this is the most important thing, and of course, even for a small country like us, the question still is how we make it so that nobody is left behind, because even being a small country, there are people who feel that this world is moving too fast. I can't understand technology, I'm afraid of it, I want to be against it. I always tell this joke that it's a good book, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, where the author says that your attitude towards technology is basically could be divided into three. Everything that was there before you were born is part of nature, should be there, it's natural. Everything that was invented or taken into use before you became 35 is revolutionary, very modern, should definitely be used. And everything that was invented or taken into use after you were 35 goes against nature, should be abolished, should not be allowed. So also what we see, the older people are more afraid of the technology and everything that it brings about. Younger people not so much anymore, and so we are focused also on educating the older people and making services, governmental services for them that they can use. I bring you this one example, e-health and e-prescriptions. So it has made the life so much better for the older citizens, because before you had this paper, you had to go to the pharmacy to get your medicines, but we are a cold country and the roads are very often icy, so actually it was quite uncomfortable for the older people to go to the pharmacy to get their medicines. Now we have the e-prescription, so you can call the doctor prescribes your medicine that you need, and your grandchild can pick it up from the pharmacy and bring it to you, or anybody who helps you. So actually it has made life easier for the older people as well. And for us it has been so that what are the problems and how can we provide solutions for the people.
Now, your government provided the e-residency program, allowing anyone in the planet to become a resident of Estonia. That's amazing. That must have taken so much courage to pass the law of doing this. Must have been really difficult. I'm sure they don't realize how difficult it must have been. But how was it received by the citizens, and how did you make it happen? How can other countries take advantage of what you've learned through this long 5-year process, and actually 19-year process in general, and 5-year with the e-residence program?
Well, I will start with the 2000, the digital identities for our citizens. So what we did in 2000, if we would have asked the people, do you want the digital identities? They would have gone like, what are the digital identities? Why do we need them? But we created them, and also, on the other side, created the services that they can use the digital identities for, which is filing your taxes. And so if, the demand meets the offer, then actually it comes together. So people took these things up, and then we moved on from there. And we saw coming to e-residency, which really is so that you can become an e-resident of Estonia while being a real citizen of Pakistan, for example. But
which I am.
Yeah, exactly. But you can use the digital services that we have. So passing this wasn't actually too much trouble, because people didn't feel that something is taken from them. In order, you know, it's the concept of let's make Estonia bigger than we are. As we compete for talents, as we compete for investments, what can we do when we don't have natural resources? We don't have a very friendly neighbor. We have a bad climate. So what can we offer to the world to have our competitive advantage? And that was the thing. People didn't really feel that something is taken from them. Of course, when it was introduced and it moved on, then many Estonian citizens asked that what's in it for us? I mean, the companies don't pay taxes because I mean, we don't have a company income tax, so like the state doesn't benefit directly. But what the state does benefit from is that, you know, these e-residents, they establish companies in Estonia, then they employ people, then when they employ people, then they pay social taxes. So actually it is beneficial for our country as well.
E-elections. What can the world learn from Estonia on online voting? Because they're very scared of online voting. They're not scared of online banking anymore, but they're not scared of, you know, voting.
But this is a very interesting point that you bring. They're not scared. People are not scared of you know, trusting their money to do it online and on the internet. They are not scared of trusting their like data to online companies, but they are afraid of you know, casting the vote online. We have e-voting, electronic voting, online voting since 2005. So first elections, only 1.9% of people used it. Now in 2019, already 46% of people use this. And if you ask them why, it's convenient, it's where I am. I mean, because people are doing everything online. They're buying online, they're communicating online, they're working online. And so if the country is not there, if you can't vote online, then it seems like your government or your country lives in a totally different world that you are living. So therefore the e-voting is logical. Of course, you have to make the system secure and be worried about the cybersecurity. But so far, it has been quite a good system. So no breaches have been seen so far. So and people use it. It hasn't increased the turnout, so actually like 2 to 5% it increased, but it means that people who vote still vote, but they just use other means for voting.
If you find the lamp of Aladdin, you find the genie, what are the 3 things you would ask?
That's a very difficult question. Probably, I mean, this is very wide, but wisdom to you know, accept the things that we can't change, and also to change the things that you actually can change. And for my country, I would definitely wish for understanding that this openness is a gift. And the third thing, which is very valuable for us, and is freedom. I come from the Soviet Union. I mean, I was born during Soviet Union, and I remember when we didn't have freedom, and therefore, you know, I can cherish what we have right now. And considering our big neighbor, so it is not for granted, and we have to really hold this dear.
Kaja, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Such an honor.
Thank
You're
you.
such an eloquent person. I'm really honored to meet you. I'm happy that Universe brought us together today, and I really hope to see you in Tallinn. And my sincere request is to allow the entrepreneurship of our part of the world from Pakistan to come and take advantage of Estonia's openness and open it for us, and with all the security measures we want to take. Initially it might be small, but I think Pakistan has a lot to offer to Estonia, and slowly we can collaborate and co-work together, and I'm so happy that you guys are open for this. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.